Kids are smart, but they're still struggling. So that's their first red flag, but they don't know how to. So the first thing they would need to do is understand why.
Hello everybody, this is ManuFracture, brand strategist and founder of ManuFracture. Here today for another episode of Ambitions of an Agency. Today we're going to be talking about creating lead magnets and why they are important in the first place. So, a lead magnet is what it really means. It's something that is to create a magnet to gather leads, right? And it's ultimately just a piece of content. Maybe it's a PDF, a video course, a short video course, some blog posts, whatever, that are done in a sequence in order to provide the best value for your target market, right? So this is an incredibly important concept because it basically is, going through the whole thing about jab, 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 right hook, right? It's about putting out something that is, free and accessible, but also can lead into a sales call if needed, right? So it spans the both ends of those sort of extremes, right? Jabbing is, putting out content for free, and then there's right hook, which is asking for the sell or asking for the sale, or asking for an action to be taken, right? And this is from Gary Vaynerchuk's book, Jab, Jab, Right Hook, basically. So when you understand that, you understand what the purpose of a lead magnet is. Now, the first thing you need to go in with a lead magnet is, first of all, think about value. Think about exactly how much value you want to provide. And value basically means, even though it's a huge buzzword in marketing and in branding and everything, add value, add value, add value. I've heard it a billion times, but it ultimately comes down to being able to provide something that makes them think that they're basically stealing from you. Like, this is information that shouldn't be told for free. It's too damn valuable, right? It's something I don't even know, I can't get on the internet, I can't find. This is way too valuable to pass up. This is way too valuable to put out. Why? And it sticks in the person's mind. Why are they putting out content like this that is actually so damn helpful that it feels like I'm stealing from them, right? And when you go in with that mindset, you can start creating types of content that really, types of lead magnets that help you really, build that value, that, trust in the customer's mind, basically, right? Because if you're giving away free stuff, immediately without any repercussions, right? Maybe, you put a little call to action at the end, but the person can have the PDF for free, right? You just give it out, no, having to give an email, no whatever, right? Completely taking all the barriers down and just giving them content that is free, that is really, really valuable. So what are we doing here? So as part of the group strategy that I'm trying to produce with my client here, which is the group strategy being, you're going into the group, you're interacting with the group, you're getting to know the target market really personably, right? You're understanding their needs, their wants, you hear them on a day-to-day basis about what they're talking about, and so you're able to really be a part of that society. You start to include yourself within the target market versus, old type of advertising would be more about just pushing out a message over and over again, which we still do, and repetition is important and distribution is important, but what's also important is to also get personable with your target market, especially if, in this case with tutoring services, you're a service provider, and most tutors and most people that do service are, most these educators really are service providers, education consultants, service providers. They provide a service to create a better child who learns better, to create a better school that creates a better performing school, whatever it may be, right? But they are service providers. They are selling something basically intangible. So they can only sell on the outcome of that, right? And to make it tangible, they need to be able to show within the day-to-day lives how their value, their ideas, their knowledge of being a tutor is implemented throughout all those days of the week, right? Or, at specific events and times when this happens, right? And like the timeline, right? The escape and arrival timeline, basically, that I talked in my last video. So So really think about this when going to do a lead magnet. So there's so just to give a basically summary of what type of lead magnet mediums you can do, right? There's tons. You don't need to just rely on one, but the most common ones are PDFs, video courses, small video courses that span weeks or two, blog posts that form like a small little course or whatever. Guides, cheat sheets, basically, that help a person really, understand, workbooks, right? So anything that, basically can, and these things are kind of divided between, interactive mediums and then non-interactive mediums, which are basically just the fact that, if you're looking at something and, you're reading it passively like a PDF, right? And it's talking about the 5 mistakes you've made with, your child or something like that, or when your child's education. That's just a PDF. That's just a nice PDF that you interact with. You read, but you don't interact with, right? So what I did in this case, I would create an interactive workbook for the parents that are going through an issue, a very significant issue in the timeline that they're trying to get to help their son or daughter be better at education, or be better at their schooling, or really get better at their learning skills in general. So we came up with an idea of a workbook that would basically help the parents work through how to confront their child, right? How to confront their child properly and have all the accurate information in order to have a very, good discussion, right? Instead of just going out there and just trying to say, hey, you messed up, or you're grounded, or all this crap, right? Without any basis or means, just going off assumption. So we really made sure that we made the workbook in a way that they can go step by step, in 3 steps. They can go step by step and work through it, on their own time as a workbook, basically, and they can print it out. You left some blank pages to write some notes in. So we use it as a workbook, basically. And the only thing that is there is a call to action to the landing page that has the form to fill out, basically. So if they get on the call or something, if they want to go further, really, right? So yeah, so as you can see here, so that's what a lead magnet is. So the difference between an interactive medium is that they get to use it and move through it very easily and do their own little thing with it, whereas one is just passive reading or just knowledge based, right? So there's a difference between the two, right? And if you kind of make it as a workbook, you can. It actually helps because it helps the target market apply the knowledge that you're putting in the PDF, in the video, in whatever you're putting out there, right? And so that's helping them more, right? Learning by doing, helping them while they're doing it, right? So yeah, and so the main goal of the PDF is, if you really need to try to make it, as evergreen as you possibly can, right? Another goal of this is evergreen content, right? What does this mean? Basically means that, your content lives forever, right? Means that it's still applicable in 2019 to 2022 to 2030. It's the same thing. It works all the way through. So then you have something that is valuable that continues to help over a long period of time, and even if you can adapt it over a period of time and release a new version or whatever, right? Always improve, always update, right? Especially if it's something that is online, like a cheat sheet or a calculator or whatever. You can find ways to update the new format to make sure that's in line with the next year's sort of pains. And you'll know this because if you're in the groups or you're hearing the target market over and over again, you'll get subtle nuances of where's the market going, where's the target market behavior going, where's the pain, etc., and you will know. And so that can create evergreen content, which is stuff that stays forever on end. Like, so children are going to have all this time in the world. They're going to they're going to have problems with school over and over again. It's not going to be something that gets solved in 2019. It can continue to go till very many years, and this type of content that I created for them, this lead magnet, can help them for parents for years to come. So those are the 2 really main goals. You want to try to make it as the best ways you possibly can. Make it an interactive format if you can. If you make it informative, make it informative and actually like tell them what's the next steps may be. If it's a call with you, make sure it's a call to action. If it's not a call with you, you know, whatever it may be, maybe it's another product, right, or whatever, right? But whatever you use a lead magnet for, you know, that's the purpose, right? So it's just to get the person to go to your content, read through it, get sold on your value because you've provide something incredibly valuable to them, and now they trust you more to get on the next step. This is all about the micro commitments and all about the things that they go through each time till they get to you, which is, you know, the sale call or the sales, whatever you want to call it, right? The end goal, right, of the whole lead magnet, going back and forth, right? Reverse engineering it, basically. So that's the lead magnet. I'm going to show you a couple clips here about the lead magnet. We're brainstorming, right? And so you can see how I'm working through, you know, with my client here, how I'm building up a lead magnet, right? And we decided to work on two audiences at the same time, but in the end, I decided we go for the main one, which was the working parents, and we just work with that lead magnet, just do one lead magnet, test it 100 times, and see where it goes from there, right? So here's the clip. Lead magnet ideas usually go with, you know, PDFs, cheat sheets, like stuff that people can implement immediately in their for their problem, right? Some people even like create like, you know, they set up Google Docs that are constantly updated with new information, right? So it's incredibly valuable for the person because they're always getting online, and you know they always are coming back to that lead magnet basically. So it's an invaluable resource. So those are the main things we're going to be doing, like PDFs. You know, the I guess the real thing is PDFs. You know, checklists, right? To make sure, like, you know, things you need to know before you hire a tutor or something like that, right? But let's just brainstorm some ideas on the PDF ideas. Yeah, so again, same thing, high-level steps. Let's say you're a parent, you know, we'll even harken back to the previous client that you gave the testimonial for. What was it? The doctor, basically, you know, having struggling with his kid, you know. He knew he was smart, right? But for some reason he wasn't doing very well, right? So I guess from his point of view, what would be the steps in this case?
So in his step, time was another big thing. So time management would be the biggest thing for a working parent. So, I mean, as a working parent, you don't have time to drive everywhere all the time, right?
Okay.
As the testimonial said, sometimes they just couldn't take him to the center because they were just too busy or they forgot.
Oh, they forgot too? Okay, interesting.
So, I mean, after a long day, you can't really blame a working parent for forgetting after working 8 hours, handling kids and everything. So,
of course.
By time management. So yeah, by eliminating that time to travel to and from a center, you pretty much allow them to have a free walk.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So yeah, go ahead.
Give them time back.
Oh, you give them time back. Okay. And so I guess what I'm saying is, like, from their point of view, how would they, you know, get to the point or to the desired state that they want, basically? That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so yeah, think of this one a little bit. Okay, so I guess the first thing is seeing their kids' performance. That would be the first thing.
Okay.
Realizing how their kids are performing. So they know their kids are smart, but they're still struggling. So that's their first red flag, but they don't know how to. So the first thing they would need to do is understand why the kid is struggling. So the first thing is understand why. So understand why the kid is struggling. Why
So is it what the core problem? I guess is what you're saying. Get to the core of it.
Right. So not necessarily the core of it,
Uh-huh.
but to sit down with the kid and ask them what's what they not understand about their classes, or what's holding them back, or do they need additional help, or stuff around those lines. Like, because it almost starts with the kid. The parent's not gonna know unless the kid picks up.
Mhm. I see. All right.
So understanding why the kid is struggling is the number one step that I think a parent should do if they see their kid is struggling.
So that's it. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to know more about this, if you want to see more of this cool agency documentation, you can subscribe below, or you can comment below and tell me your thoughts. I'm always willing to engage in the comments below. So yeah, see you on the next one.